What if I told you there is a man who beat the stock market? Not once, not twice, but 66 years in a row. Warren Buffett, he couldn't do it. Goldman Sachs, they couldn't do it. The entire Wall Street machine couldn't do it. But this man did. And then he disappeared. No interviews, no book, no explanation. Just silence. His name is Jim Simons, and this is the story of the most mysterious fortune ever built. Jim Simons was not a banker. He was not a trader. He never worked on Wall Street a single day in his life. He was a mathematician, a professor. He spent his early years solving problems that most people couldn't even read. Cold War code breaking for the US government, geometry theories that changed how scientists understood space. He was, by every definition, a man of numbers, not money. But then something happened. In 1978, Jim Simons looked at the financial markets, and he didn't see stocks. He didn't see companies. He didn't see risk. He saw patterns, hidden patterns, patterns that nobody else could see, because nobody else was looking the way he was looking. He started small, a tiny fund, a few computers, a team of mathematicians and scientists, no MBAs, no finance degrees. He hired physicists, astronomers, cryptographers, people who had never traded a single stock in their lives. And he gave them one mission: find the patterns, build the model, let the machine trade. Wall Street laughed. "You can't beat the market with math," they said. "Markets are unpredictable," they said. "Go back to your classroom, professor." Jim Simons said nothing. He went back to his computers, and he worked. By the 1990s, his fund, the Medallion Fund, was doing something that shouldn't be possible. Year after year after year. Profits, not small profits, astronomical profits. In 1990, she stayed up 55%. In 2000 case, up 98%. During the 2008 financial crisis, when the entire world was losing everything, Medallion was up 82%. Let that sink in. The worst financial collapse since the Great Depression, and Jim Simons made money. More money than ever before. Since 1988, the Medallion Fund has averaged 66% annual returns, before fees. After fees, still 39%. To put this in perspective, if you had invested $1,000 in Medallion in 1988, by 2018, you would have $20 million. Not 1,000, not 10,000. $20 million from 1,000. Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of the 20th century, averaged 20% per year. Jim Simons nearly tripled that, and yet you have probably never heard his name, because Jim Simons never wanted you to. He closed the fund to outside investors in 1993. Only employees could invest. He gave no interviews about his methods. He filed no public explanations. He built a wall of silence around his system, and behind that wall, the machine kept running, the profits kept coming, and the world never knew how. So, what can we learn from a man who told us nothing? More than you think. Lesson 1. Jim Simons didn't try to predict the future. He studied the past. He looked for patterns in what already happened. Most people lose money because they think they can guess what comes next. Jim Simons knew that was impossible, so he stopped guessing and started listening. Lesson 2. He removed emotion completely. No fear, no greed, no gut feeling, just data, just math, just the model. The number one reason people stay poor is not lack of money, it's emotional decisions. Buying when excited, selling when scared. Jim Simons built a system that felt nothing, and that system won everything. Lesson 3. He thought differently than everyone else. Wall Street hired Wall Street people. Jim Simons hired astronomers. The best opportunities in life are never where everyone is looking. They are always somewhere else. Jim Simons retired in 2010. He gave away billions to science and education. He never fully explained how the Medallion Fund worked. To this day, nobody knows the complete secret. The patterns are still running, the machine is still trading, and Jim Simons is the richest mathematician who ever lived. Some people look at money and see numbers. Jim Simons looked at numbers and saw everything. If this story made you think differently about money, about how wealth is really built, then you are already thinking like Jim Simons, not with emotion, with curiosity. Subscribe to this channel, because every week we go deeper into the psychology of money, the stories nobody tells you, the patterns most people never see, the knowledge that separates those who build wealth from those who only dream about it. See you in the next one.